www.noodleworzch.com. Name's Ty, and in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can get to texturize or adjust your raw photo or a raw image to make it somehow look 3D, look live, and make it somehow look better when you post it to your blog site or websites. I'm going to be showing you two photos which I've took using a Canon camera. Take a look at the first one. That's a photo of a dish, a fish dish that we also tried making. You could get to check out the recipe on noodleworzch.com. And here is another photo of that. So it's glazed fish of whatever flavor is in there. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. We're gonna be talking about how you can make that look like a little more presentable and somehow a little more yummy in the eyes of your blog viewer. Take a look at that. The light is a little dull. This photo, by the way, is taken inside a low lit room, and we just adjust the white balance of the Canon camera so that we could create or add a fluorescent lighting or fluorescent effect on that one. So again, take a look here. Take a look here. So we're gonna use this for now since the angle is kind of nicer. So bring up your Photoshop, and by the way, the purpose of adjusting your photo to make it look like more of a 3D, more of a poppy look is that if you're going to take a look at this, it's just a little dull though. It's not inviting, especially for a food blog. So again, bring up your Photoshop and close this. Very easy to do that. Don't preload, just drag it there. And again, click, drag, and it's gonna load up a little bit. And here, so make it a little larger. Take a look at that. So you could get to always see the difference. Here on the right side, you got your layers panel. Duplicate that, Control J to duplicate, and then duplicate again, and release the background. Delete this, or you could leave that there, but I always work on open, not locked layers. So hide this. The purpose of this is that you can compare your adjustments to the older or the prime version of your photo. So click on that on the layer copy. Just rename that first. Rename that base. Rename this layer 1. Right? So on layer 1, the one that's visible, that's what you're going to be working on. So first, you just have to make really few adjustments. Go to image, right here on the file, edit image, adjustments, and go to hue and saturation. You might want to raise up the hue a little bit. Why? Because you're going to lessen out exposure or adjust exposures later. So not hue, but the saturation. Don't move lightness, don't move hue, but take a look at that. When you drag that going to right, it's gonna really colorize that more as what you expected. So here's the default. Type in 0. See that? Is it inviting in your eyes? So it's not. You're not gonna eat that yet. So I want to erase that a little, so you can see a little fried looking in there for the fish. So again, back to 0 and drag it here. That's too much. Here, it's something like that. Don't overdo that, because if you do, it's really not gonna look good. It would look like a little plasticky or something, a little artificial. So again, just work on the saturation, but it's always dependent on your visual preference if you like it. I'm just gonna do 25, positive 25 for that. So click on OK, and that's it. So you might want to do a little crop if you don't like the. Sorry, I didn't say. Let's Control Z one more time. To crop, just click on C press C on your keyboard and take a look at the cursor. It's gonna change into like a razor looking, and enter, and it's gonna give you a much nicer and framed view of your fish. So again, you're done with your saturation. You go back to image on top and go back to adjustments and look up for something that says exposure. Now click on exposure, and here what you're gonna might want to work on first is the offset. Reason why you would want to do work on the offset is you'd want to darken it out by not affecting the brightness. So like here, offset. Take a look at that. If you do that, it looks like a filmy or something. So just that, raise it on top. See that 200? It's too crispy, too lit or something. Normally I work on something that's just like 50. Take a look at that. 50 is not enough for this. So you might want to do 100. See that? No, sorry. 100. So take a look at that. So is it rising up now? It seems that it's a pop-up of figure now. The shape and the fish is coming out of the background. So exposure is the light used, or if you turn that down, it seems that it's shadowed by something. So raise it up slowly according to, you might want to consider the light first. Consider the light of the room, and or as to how you'd wanna they won't want the plate to look like, and compensate that by adjusting more on the offset. And gamma, I want to just move that a little bit like that. Okay. All right. So I guess that'll be enough. Don't overdo, because if you do, then it's not gonna be your food blog. It's not gonna be. I mean, this is not actually just for food. But I mean, click on OK on that. It's just gonna work on that. This is not just for food blog. This is just for what do you call that? For every image that you want to make adjustments onto. So you would want to compare from the prime photo that we have to the output that we've done so far. So to do that, click here. Take a look at on the right side. You make your base image visible. Click on the base image, and then layer 1 should be invisible. Just click on the visibility, take off the eye. See that? Again, I'm going to compare. Bring it back, bring it down, bring it back, bring it down, bring it back, bring it down. So take a look at that. If you're going to post this onto your blog, then that's cool. But if you post this second picture, then that's all the more cool. Make it a little larger so you can see how the photo would look like if your viewers or blog viewers would download it and then print that out. See? So let's bring it back to the old photo. This is the older one. See that? It doesn't really look good. It's sort of like covered with a plastic covering of a ghostly figure of some sort. Excuse me. And this is the second one again. That's the second one. Alright, so that's how you would create your photo. And if you're going to upload that to your server, since it's a large photo, you might want to adjust the measure first. So you press on Control Alt I, again Control plus Alt plus I, and it's going to show you the width and the height of the image. So you might want to adjust that for just some sort of like a uh, web optimized image, something that could be blown up a little bit so you can see some. Just make it 1024, 1024 by 768 as a default widescreen. I mean, the default photo size for download, and click on OK. If you click on OK, it's gonna resize that a little bit. So just Bring it back again. It's still gonna be alright, but not very much. The one that we're trying to limit here is the load time. The larger the photo is, the the more time it's going to consume in loading. Remember that. If you have website, the battle there is viewers. If a viewer would go to your website and it's going to wait for like 10 seconds for the photo to load, she or he's not going to stay on your site. So just make it a little faster for, I mean, optimize for fast loading. And again, not just that. Another that you have to do is Control Shift Alt S. Again, Control Shift plus Alt S. That says all together Control Shift Alt S, and it's going to bring you this. This is your preview. Take a look at here, quality. Well, we're trying to put it onto JPEG because that's a little nicer with a container. So set that to medium. No, you don't look at that. You look at the quality right here. Now 54, it says 54 right there, but we're not going to use 54. You can also, if you bring that to 100, take a look at here on I mean at the bottom. It says JPEG 661.3 KB and 121 seconds at 56. So if your modem runs 56 kilobits per second, so you will have 121 seconds for this photo to load. So you might want to adjust that. So just make it like 54 for the quality. So you get 27 seconds, and the kilobit, I mean the byte size of the photo has been reduced to 144. If you bring it back to 100, it's going to give you 664. So that's a larger photo. This is where you optimize your photo for web. So again, take a look at that. If you bring it to 54, it's still looking good. So still, you can bring that down more. Take a look at that. If you zero that in, it's gonna look a little grungy, right? So you might just want to bring that up to like 35, something like that. A 15-second load for a 56.6 is alright. 30-second load is okay too. So if you go over 30, I guess that will be somehow a little bit of a problem if your viewer's bandwidth is a little bit low. So again, save that. If you save that, you will be asked to rename. So you can just rename noodlefish. Click on save. Bring it down. This were the two images that we got earlier. This is noodlefish. Click on noodlefish. Take a look at that. Let's compare. The older one is a bit larger. Go back to noodlefish. Noodlefish, older one. Noodlefish, older one. Alright, so I guess that's about our tutorial on how you can somehow texturize 3D dyes or whatever you want to call that. Enhance your photo or image for your blog to make it a little more alive and a little more 3D. Alright, for some other video tutorials, you could always check out our website, www.noodleboss.com, and on our YouTube channel, noodlefactory.com.